चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद घंटी को दबाना मत भूलें ताकि भविष्य की वीडियोस आप सरलता से देख पाएं। वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर करने के साथ ही कमेंट में अपने विचारों को लिखना ना भूलें। जो लोग पहली बार हमारे चैनल पर आकर वीडियो देख रहे हैं, उनसे अनुरोध है कि वे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करने के बाद घंटी को अवश्य दबा दें ताकि भविष्य का हर वीडियो आप आसानी से देख सकें।
नाले वाली ट्रेन में ट्रेन नहीं है।
₹300 करोड़ से होगा बुधनी घाट सेक्शन में थर्ड लाइन का काम। बुधनी से बरखेड़ा तक के घाट सेक्शन में थर्ड लाइन बिछाने का काम बहुत जल्द शुरू होने वाला। रेलवे ने अक्टूबर माह से घाट सेक्शन में थर्ड रेल लाइन बिछाने का काम शुरू कर दिया है। अक्टूबर माह से घाट सेक्शन में युद्ध स्तर पर पहाड़ों को काटते हुए रेल लाइन बिछाने के लिए रास्ता बनाने का काम चालू है। घाट सेक्शन में थर्ड लाइन बिछाने का काम मुंबई की कंस्ट्रक्शन एजेंसी को दिया गया है। इस पूरे सेक्शन में होने वाले काम की सबसे बड़ी खासियत यह है कि पूरा प्रोजेक्ट वन्य प्राणियों की सुरक्षा को ध्यान में रखकर पूरा किया जाएगा। इटारसी से भोपाल के बीच की कुल दूरी 98 किलोमीटर है। इसमें बुधनी से बरखेड़ा के बीच के घाट सेक्शन की लंबाई करीब 32 किलोमीटर है। इस 32 किलोमीटर की लंबाई में रेल लाइन बिछाई जानी है। इस सेक्शन में थर्ड लाइन प्रोजेक्ट पर करीब 300 करोड़ रुपए खर्च होने का अनुमान है। रेलवे ने इटारसी से बुधनी तक और बरखेड़ा से भोपाल तक थर्ड लाइन बिछाने के लिए काम पहले ही चालू कर दिया था। बुधनी बरखेड़ा के बीच पूरा जंगल है। इस जंगल में बड़ी संख्या में टाइगर, तेंदुए और अन्य जंगली जानवर हैं। इस घाट सेक्शन में से थर्ड लाइन निकालने के लिए रेलवे ने करीब 5 साल पहले नेशनल बोर्ड ऑफ वाइल्ड लाइफ को प्रस्ताव भेजा था। लंबे विचार मंथन के बाद एनबीडब्ल्यू ने करीब 5 माह पहले ही घाट सेक्शन में सशर्त लाइन बिछाने की अनुमति दी है। बोर्ड ने रेलवे को वन्य प्राणियों के आवागमन के लिए अंडरब्रिज, ओवरब्रिज, पानी के टैंक, फेंसिंग लगाने सहित अन्य काम करने के लिए कहा है। क्या क्या होगा घाट सेक्शन में, आइए आपको बताते हैं। अंडर ब्रिजों की संख्या होगी 21, ओवरब्रिजों की संख्या 3 होगी, चैनल फेंसिंग की संख्या 9 होगी, ग्रीन चैनल फेंसिंग की संख्या होगी 20, डिस्प्ले अलर्ट बोर्ड 25 जगहों पर लगाए जाएंगे। रेलवे ने वर्ष 2007 में बीना से इटारसी तक थर्ड लाइन की स्वीकृति दी थी। उस वक्त करीब 687 करोड़ रुपए की राशि स्वीकृत हुई थी, मगर बाद में इसकी लागत बढ़ गई। अभी इस प्रोजेक्ट पर करीब 1065 करोड़ रुपए की राशि खर्च होने का अनुमान है। रेलवे ने मार्च 2023 तक बीना इटारसी थर्ड लाइन के काम को पूरा करने का टारगेट तय किया हुआ है। बुधनी बरखेड़ा घाट सेक्शन में अक्टूबर माह से तेज गति से थर्ड लाइन के लिए काम चालू कर दिया जाएगा। एनबीडब्ल्यू ने जो सशर्त अनुमति दी है उसका ध्यान रखा जाएगा।
National Board of Wildlife note to Barkheda-Budhni Third Line project. After many hiccups, finally National Board of Wildlife has given its note to Barkheda-Budhni Railway Third Line project, but with certain caps. Major condition focus on providing safe pathway to wild animals through underbridges, overbridges, fencing, etc. The final note for projects comes in the wake of several incidents in which big cats and other wild animals died after being hit by speedy trains. The board said there should be special safety measures for the wildlife. The proposed project was pending with Wildlife Board for last 5 years. The railway third line project in Barkheda-Budhni will be monitored by Wildlife Board members, state forest officials and railway officers. National Wildlife Board has approved Barkheda-Budhni Third Line Railway Project. Third Line project would be beneficial for thousands of passengers from Bina to Itarsi. The project would provide direct train from Bina to Itarsi on Third Line. It will also reduce the pressure on other old lines and maintain running time of the trains. According to railway project, during laying down of second rail line, over and under bridge would be constructed. The under bridges will provide safe pathway to wild animals and they don't need to cross the railway line to go from one place to another. We have got the approval for third line project but final report of conditions is yet to be received. We will start construction after going through the conditions of board, said Shobhan Chaudhary, Divisional Railway Manager, Bhopal. He further informed that total distance of Bhopal-Bina third line is about 138 km. Its distance between Bhopal and Itarsi is 98 km and Barkheda-Budhni section is 32 km long. Third line project was approved on March 27. It would take about 5 years to complete the project. Railway has the target to complete the task of third line project by March 2023. Sources said Wildlife Board has approved the project on condition of constructing 21 underpasses, 3 overpasses, 9 channel fencing and 20 green channel fencing. Board has also asked that if one tree is cut, then 10 tree saplings should be planted. Besides this, display alert boards at 25 selected areas have to be put up. Loco pilot would have to mandatorily blow horn while passing through the project area. This project also envisages dam construction with soil at Gadaria Nalla so that animal can get drinking water. Under this project, self-siren and hooters inside the tunnel is proposed. Notably, several big cats have been died in Budhni Barkheda mid ghat area in train accident. The deaths of big cat in train accidents have raised the eyebrows of wildlife NGO and RTI activists. The Railway Protection Force has recently taken cognizance of damage caused to the overhead equipment used by trains to collect their current due to blasting for a third railway line being laid by Rail Vikas Nigam Limited through Ratapani Wildlife Sanctuary, an important tiger habitat near Bhopal, the capital of the central Indian state of Madhya Pradesh. RVNL, a Government of India undertaking, has been entrusted with the work of construction of third line of Barkheda-Budhni project on Bhopal-Itarsi route of Bhopal division of West Central Railway. It is central link connecting North and South India. Bhopal is a junction station with lines going towards Delhi and Ujjain. On this route, Itarsi is a big junction station for Central Railways and West Central Railway lines coming from Nagpur, Khandwa and Jabalpur. On Delhi-Chennai route, the Bhopal-Itarsi section is extremely congested. This problem is most critical in the morning and evening hours when most of the mail express long distance trains cross Bhopal. The Barkheda-Budhni project area under this project lies in Raisen and Shihor districts of Madhya Pradesh. The entire length of the alignment for this project falls in the Vindhyachal range in the Deccan Plateau with steep ghat area and undulating topography. A considerable part of alignment for the third line passes through the core area of Rathapani Wildlife Sanctuary Reserve, and remaining alignment is in a zone of 10 km from Rathapani Wildlife Reserve near Gadaria River. Rathapani is an eco-fragile zone. This tiger habitat is cut across by National Highway 69 that connects Bhopal with Nagpur. Besides the railway central link connecting North and South India, there is also the high tension electricity line and the Narmada pipeline that passes through the habitat. When contacted, Madhya Pradesh Chief Wildlife Warden Shahbaz Ahmed said that blasting becomes necessary to lay down the railway track in such a terrain. According to him, permission had been granted for a third railway line, but it will have to be confirmed whether or not the railway authorities had the necessary approval under the Wildlife Act 1972 to go ahead with blasting of earth in Radhapani Sanctuary. Under the law, even though railway is exempt from the requirements of obtaining environmental clearance, the construction activities inside the wildlife reserve forest have to be managed as per the Wildlife Act. Permission is especially needed to carry out blasting due to complete restriction on the use of explosive inside wildlife reserve forest. Besides, approval is also required for use of existing forest roads and also for construction of new access roads inside the forest area. Ratapani is a prime riparian zone and excellent transitional area between land and water bordering the Narmada River and its tributaries, including the Kolar River and Gadaria Nalla. Development is imperative. Laying of railway lines and other development activities, including the building of additional railway tracks and widening of roads, cannot be stopped. But at the same time, it is also important to carry out wildlife impact assessment and ensure the mitigation measures are taken up on priority. It has been noted that wildlife strata should be disturbance free. It has to be borne in mind that blasting earth disturbs the forest surface. With the very first blasting, wild species are bound to leave the area and would not return for decades even if mitigation measures are in place. Matters get compounded by the tendency to leave behind boulders with zero initiative to reclaim soil and natural flora under a dynamic mitigation regime. This has been the case with ambitious Narmada pipeline laid about 10 years ago. Along this pipeline, one can still see large quantities of boulders scattered all over, especially near Budhni, not far from Bhopal. Nocturnal wildlife species like tigers, leopards, and hyenas face immense threat when railway tracks or roads pass through their corridor on habitat. The Gadaria River is a drinking water source for wildlife in Ratapani habitat. It has the highway and the Narmada pipeline on one side and the railway lines on the other. For unhindered migration of wildlife and to allow wild animals to reach the water holes in the vicinity of railway tracks or roads, there have to be underpasses and the adjoining area has to be fenced to control the movement of wildlife and ensures the wild species that get blinded by the beam of light from a train or a moving vehicle are not knocked down. There are a number of underpasses, but the fencing is vastly missing in Ratapani. Confronted with the situation in Ratapani, one can draw an analogy with Madhav National Park. 14 years ago, the Supreme Court of India had issued notice to Reliance Telecom Limited and followed it up by imposing a fine for not seeking permission to lay fiber optic cables in Madhav National Park. In the present scenario, the railway board should take the initiative, hire the services of experts, and go for a comprehensive wildlife impact assessment so essential to pave the way for mitigation planning and implementation wherever railway tracks have been laid or were being laid in protected areas.
वीडियो को लाइक और शेयर करना ना भूलें। भूले भटके जो लोग यहाँ पधारे हैं उनसे अनुरोध है कि चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करके हमारे साथ जुड़ जाएं। धन्यवाद।